Pulling up black windows once you go down. You must be crazy if you think that I'ma slow down. Don't wanna hear it talking shit, fuck the drama. Keep it coming, I'ma send you to your mama.
Hey guys, welcome back to Tidbits and Tea. Today's drawing is about a man reminiscing about what he's done in the past and the decisions he's made, the choices he's made and the decisions that have come out of them, and kind of where he's at with it now and how he feels. And with the downloads I got and the drawings, it's a lot about his personal fight and his fight with other people. If you look right here, you can kind of see the guy's whole face and his two eyes, his nose, his mouth, and then all the other faces that are inside him. It's kind of where I started with the drawing when you see the actual draw out. And it's almost like he's looking at himself, looking back to the past. And then over here, this was the last thing I drew, which is kind of where he is at now. And you can see the sadness, the staring off into the distance, a little bit of happy memory, anger, very angry actually here, sadness, grief. You can see the different sides, reflection, a lot of anger, but not saying anything, like he's really ready to lash out. And then on this left side, you see the females all down it and the problems of the world. Lust seems to have been his vice, not to say he didn't have any others, but that's what I've picked up on. When I started it, the downloads that I got were pride, two loves that are bound by destiny, wanting to be close to you. Please love me for the rest of my life. I don't want to be alone. And that was drawing in here. And if you kind of see this, there seems to be different people down and around him as I was drawing. And I'm not sure if he was looking for the love of his life and just couldn't be alone and kept being with the wrong people because he didn't want to be alone, or if there was one love of his life that he walked away from for all these different women. And the reason I say that is because I got Jesus Loves Me, pick yourself up by the bootstraps. You've got to change the way of living. Go the right way. Be like Daniel in the lion's den. Daniel in the lion's den walked into the middle of the lions and they were ready to devour him, but he put his faith in God and was safe. And I don't think he was able to walk into the lion's den and not be devoured. So I got also ball and chain, being bound. Someone's got their claws in him. And then I kept getting sweet temptation. The sweet temptation is keeping him. I don't think that he could get through the lust. And he loved the, I think he loved the temptation. He loved the attention, getting lots of attention, and he needed it. And if you see all these, most of these are women looking at him. I debated whether this was him dressed up in women's clothes here, and if he was getting attention from men and women, just because it's a similar look, like he almost has a wig on here. And then if you look down here, there's this woman here with this kind of woman, possibly, but that kind of looks like this woman here. So it's possible that they are one and the same. And again, it may not be, it may just be another woman that was one of his interests. If you look, though, on his chest here, it was like there's the demon of lust. That's the horse, and I forget the name of the Greek god that represented the horse, but it was a demon of lust. And you can kind of see something on her chest here holding her. And I did see a couple rabbits in here. So I think that they're dealing with lust and chaos. There's one there. There's one right here. This seems to be the main woman with him, but she doesn't seem very happy. And I say that because he's turned towards her, but he seems bored and really uninterested. And she seems angry and, I wouldn't say regretful, I'd say more maybe regretful that she's with him and didn't choose what she wanted. Maybe resentful is more the word I was looking for there in the emotion. Not sure who this woman is here, but she was one of his rabbits, someone he was sleeping with, whether it was in threesomes or twosomes. And as you kind of come over here, you can see all these women around here and different men. And I mean, there's a rabbit here on her chest. You know, it doesn't seem like she's completely, you see the rabbit with the ears. So, and there's a lot of other portrayals in here, but it seems to be more lust, sexual cravings. I don't seem to see one person that could be the love of his life. I thought it might be this one, but I don't really see him giving this one any attention at all unless he's looking back at her here. But I think this is more him here looking back at something that I didn't draw that's not in his life. And I think that that's very significant, that the one he wanted to be the love of his life is not in his life. And that's why he's looking off the paper. Again, I really don't think this was the love of his life. I think this is, and it could be who's in his head, but I do think that it could be a family member or someone he was close to, because I did get secrets. Tell me your secrets. Come, let me listen. It's secret time. Spend time with me. And it might be someone that wanted his attention. It's not easy to walk alone. And maybe she and he kind of had some kind of codependent relationship. Maybe she was one he went back to a lot, which probably upset this one here because she seems to be the main squeeze. But again, if you look here, that's his whole face here, and there's all different personalities, but he definitely, with the horse on his chest here over his heart, it kind of controlled him, and his heart was directed towards the lust, not towards God or towards one female specifically. And again, it's very possible this is him dressed up as a woman, but it may not be. It may be just another woman, just like this woman in his life, or this woman here could be the same as this one. The other things I got please come home. Then I got don't call me here. You know better. Don't call me here. You turn men. I got, I was played for a tool. I also got, I'm a slave. And this becoming a slave, it took his pride. So I think maybe this woman here possibly played him for a fool and took his pride somewhere, somehow. I know he's angry. I can see the anger, and I drew it in here. I also got fighting with God. You need to level up. God's calling you to real love and real purpose. And then I got facing reality. Facing reality is it's not easy to walk alone. And Daniel in the lion's den, if you go back to that, he walked alone. He went into the lion's den alone. He was not afraid of the lions. And he was the one that walked in while everybody else did whatever the king said. So maybe that was him facing reality because he couldn't walk alone, and he knows he couldn't, and that's the secret, and he needs someone to spend time with him. I also got, I can never win. I can never win. He gives in again. The lust is calling. The lust is calling. I got a lot of dreams. He dreams about cleansing. He dreams about a different life. He could hear God calling him. I think he had the gift to hear. But he dreams of a way out of this mess. And, you know, sometimes when you get into a deep life of lust and following a demon that, and I say a demon because they were controlled. You can just tell he's been controlled by it. It's around his neck. It hangs from his heart. She's got a rabbit around hers. So I think he was completely controlled by the lust, and he would dream of a way out of the situation. And maybe it's a cult. The group is a full cult, and he wanted a way out of the cult, but he can't find a way out of the cult. Got can't go on my own. I can't go on my own. facing reality again. I'll give you anything you want. I'll give you everything you want. In love again with what was lost. And see, I think that's him here. I think he went from being clean cut looking like this to scraggly and unkempt looking back at what he wanted. He's tormented by the spirits of immortality and tormented by the spirits of lust. Maybe, you know, he thought he could live forever in this cult. Maybe that's something that they were feeding off other people's sexual energy. And I say that again because of the rabbits and the horses and the control. If you've not seen other videos of mine, when I draw rabbits and horses, they tend to represent the gods of lust. And when I say that with a small g, or should I say the spirits of lust that control people, the demonic forces. It's one thing to be attracted to people, man or woman, or however you want to be attracted to people. It's another thing to be controlled by it, not able to say no to it, especially if this is a cult that they're bound up in. So tormented by spirits. I also got, I'm still waiting, he's still waiting, but he's dealing with temptation, still dealing with temptation. And then I got another man's energy. There's another man's energy. So maybe whoever he's looking back on, he knows there's another man in the energy, maybe one coming in for somebody. Maybe he thought he was going to be able to break free and level up and change his ways, and he just hasn't been able to do it. And whatever he's looking back at, maybe there's someone else in the energy. He's tempted. I got tempted by perfume, tempted by the touch, tempted by the perfume. So, oh, and she's a lie. She's a lie. She's magic. So maybe there's something having to do with this cult that has to do with witchcraft, magic. Again, maybe it is a cult, maybe it's not, maybe it's just a group or a coven, but they work a lot in sex magic. And once you're in so deep, you can't get out because you know too much. I got collect your courage. Collect your courage. I got that 3 times. And then I have nothing left. I have nothing left. So I think he tried to get out, but I don't think he made a big enough try, or maybe he just couldn't do it by himself. Either way, it looks like he's been pulled, roped, dragged, and tied in. And then go back to the download I got of the bound. Pick yourself up by your bootstraps, bound, ball and chain. She's got her claws in him. So I'm assuming this is the girl here that's got her claws all in him. And I could be wrong. It could be a couple of them have their claws in him. Either way, he's gone from looking like this to being a bit unkempt and scraggly, and you can just tell he's just not happy. I don't see him happy in any of these pictures. The only time I see him even look slightly happy is, well, I was going to say here when he's looking back, but even then he doesn't look happy in anything. He looks sad, withdrawn, regretful, furious, angry, resentful. At this one, he almost looks like he's full of hate. I also got want you some more. I want you some more. Then I got anger, rage, anger. I don't think he had any balance. He was in a predicament, and he kept going back over what's happened. He's furious about what's happened. He's looking at what's happened. So maybe part of the reason he couldn't get out, or how he got in and dragged into this, maybe some of that was what separated him from the person he loved, whether it's male or female or whoever it is. Again, I did not get that drawn, but there's another woman here over his shoulder. So, and that again kind of looks like her. I really think he was in a predicament now. He's stuck in what he's in. He's rope tied, binded, possibly by magic. Possibly he did something spiritually or esoterically that he cannot get himself out of that, especially if God is calling him, then possibly the person he loves is focused on God, which if that be the case, they would never have anything. And I would assume it would be a female then, just because of religious belief systems, which means she would not approve of any of this. And if anything, she would probably run at the smell of it. So, you know, if he can't collect his courage, he really does have nothing left but anger and resentment. I also got one man to rule the world, one man to overthrow. And then I kept thinking of that song, Pride by U2. And then the Pet Shop Boys, It's a Sin. That came up a couple times. I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory. There's a lot of sexual immorality in here. There's a lot of people in their heads about other people. You can see their faces in here. I do think some of that is cords connected. When you sleep with people, you form energetic cords. So there's a lot of energy sharing and draining and swapping going on here. And if he's feeling bound and tied and talking about lying and manipulation and magic, then that's going to involve a lot of the esoteric also. So I do think he's looking down at his left shoulder, the burdens of the world, and you see all these females down here and even some men down in the bottom. I do think he's furiously angry. I really do. I think that they need to be careful because I think he could snap at any time. Just the look in his eyes, it's kind of going from regret and anger and frustration, the inability to speak. Maybe his throat chakra's been closed off because they don't want him speaking to whoever this is. But this look here, it's almost like he snapped, but it's to his left side and it's kind of facing down to these women. It's almost like he has snapped as far as these women go, and he's done. If I were these women, I'd be very, very careful around him and whatever other esoteric silliness they're into. And I say that because sometimes I think they're messing with things they don't even understand. Obviously, they've messed with him enough. I have a feeling they probably lied to him about a lot of things, and now he's seeing the truth and getting the truth. I did go back and forth as if this and he are not the same, but I really do feel like these two are the same. They just look different. There is a guy here. Looks like he's a little bald and not a little thicker than him. And I do think he is possibly a friend. And if you look at this woman here, she's got something on her chest also, but it looks like it's another person. So maybe there's more connections than even he possibly realizes. And I do think that there's some women that are together here. And there's a couple down here. This guy looks pretty intense. And he looks a little angry. This one looks like she's in his ear, like she's telling him things. And it's not making him very happy. It's kind of pissing this guy off. So I think that's about all I've got. Whoever this gentleman is, his choices and decisions have brought him to where he is now. That was very clear in this drawing and with my downloads. I think he wanted to give someone anything they want, but I think he wants them to turn away from God and come into the group, the cult, the family, whatever they call this. And I don't think that meets whoever she is, her standards. Again, and I say her just because I kept getting God and Jesus loves me and God has a calling on him and a purpose, but I think he may have missed that boat now. And there's always hope, but maybe he missed the boat with the person he wants to be with, because I did get another man in the energy, And I'm assuming that would mean in whoever this is energy, unless it's another man in his energy. But I do think he's more into women. If he is into men also, there's not a lot of them depicted here. It's mostly women, mostly rabbits, and he's the horse. And it seems like he's had quite a few of the rabbits. This one here, she seems like she's got something going on with wanting to control the way he speaks, so that could be the same woman for sure. But whoever she is, she's pretty angry herself here. She's definitely got a hold on him, though. All right, guys, that's all for today's drawing. I hope you enjoyed it. And if I see anything else, I'll tag it on the back. But I hope you guys have a wonderful time, and we'll see you on the next one. So real quick, something else I just noticed. If you kind of look and you can see where his eyes are and his nose and his mouth and his ear. Do you see how she's in his ear? Like a mother figure or a handler or someone that's kind of telling him. She is right there in his ear. Sorry. I'm trying to hold the camera and show you better. If this was his ear here. Try to pull off of that just a little bit so you can see it better. You see his eyes, his nose, his ear, his mouth, his chin, his hair. And she's right there in his ear. She's in his ear. Telling him what to do. This woman's also extremely prominent. The two of them seem to be running the show, whether she does what she says or if they're just in this together, whoever this woman is here. And it's possible that this woman and this woman are the same woman. Maybe she looks a little different now because she's in his head here, technically. He's thinking back. Again, here's his eyes and his nose. He's thinking back. This was a relationship he had, and maybe this relationship was the reason he's not with what he wants and he's looking in this direction. Just an idea. The way she's in his ear makes me really think she's the handler. She's the one he listens to, and she knows it. But these two look very, very similar. See how she's kind of got that smug look on her face, acting like she's prim and proper and doesn't know anything, but up in her head, she's got a plan, and she's looking up at her. All right, guys. There's his whole face right there. Nose, eyes, mouth, hair. All right. I will see you on the next drawing. Thank you.
slow down. Don't wanna hear it talking shit, fuck the drama. Keep it coming, I'ma send you to your mama. Mr. Whip, 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 get the guns out. Dropping bodies in the place till the sun's out. Can't fuck with this, I'm going to try. Cause when the bullets fly, I'm the last one to die. Slow down, don't wanna hear it talking shit, fuck the drama. You keep it coming, I'ma send you to your mama. Mr. Whip, quick clip, get the guns out. Dropping bodies into place till the sun's out. Can't fuck with me, so don't even try. Cause when the bullets fly, I'm the last one to die. Pulling up black windows once you go down. You must be crazy if you think that I'ma slow down. Don't wanna hear it talking shit, fuck the drama. You keep it coming, I'ma send you to your mama. Mr. Whip, quick clip, get the guns out. Dropping bodies into place till the sun's out. Can't fuck with me, so don't even try. Cause when the bullets fly, I'm the last one to die. Pulling up black windows once you go down. You must be crazy if you think that I'ma slow down. Don't wanna hear it talking shit, fuck the drama. Keep it coming, I'ma send you to your mama. Mr. Whip, 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 get the guns out. Dropping bodies in the place till the sun's out. Can't fuck with this, I'm going to try. Cause when the bullets fly, I'm the last one to die.